To apply for your digital tachograph card, you've got to know what it is and why you need it, right? So here it is, your digital tachograph card. This is to record all of your daily driving hours. Nice and simple, in it goes, and it will record everything you do. It's the 21st century right here, people, compared to filling out things manually, writing things down manually. This is old hat now. We've moved on, finally. So save the headache of that, and that's what we're applying for. Speaking of applying, you can apply at any time. It can be before, during, after course, but what we would recommend is as soon as you think, yep, I want to go and do my bus licence or my lorry licence, apply then and there, because you don't want to get through all your training, do your tests, your CPC, and you're like, yes, I'm ready to go. And then you get to a place of work and they say, right, where's your digital tachograph card? And you don't have one. So don't wait, don't delay. If you've decided this path is for you, go on and apply for it straight away. So we've gone into screen sharing mode, and I'm going to show you exactly what I see, which is what you'll be seeing when you go to apply for these forms. So we're on the Google homepage. So we come over here and we'll put in you can put in any sort of derivatives of this. Tachograph, application, form. Lovely. In we go. So we want to make sure that we're on the government website. It's not a third-party website, so .gov, there we are. The form that we know that we need to get is the D777. Lovely, there it is. In we go. Scroll down, they make it nice and simple. There it is. Obviously, you will be printing this off to fill it out, but for the purposes of the video, we're just going to run through it, and obviously if you can follow my cursor on screen there. Again, for the purposes of this video, this is if you're applying for the first time. If you've lost, replaced, damaged, slightly different, but this is for first time use. Okay, section 1, what are you applying for? It's a first digital tachograph, so we need to cross this box here, and it will say, now only fill in sections 2 and 3, and then send your application to DVLA, and it even gives you the postcode there as well, with a fee of £32, and I'll explain in a little bit how to pay that £32, because there are 2 ways to do that. So we cross this box here, we're already onto the other side of the page. Lovely. Section 2. You'll probably have your driving licence on you, I would assume you would. So fill out your driving licence number along here, your general details of Mr., Mrs, etc., surname, first name, date of birth, put in as much as you can, obviously, it has to be accurate. There are fines if you fill out forms inaccurately or fraudulently. So worth bearing that one in mind. Rolling down a little bit further. This is one that's a little bit close to my heart. If any of the above details have changed in your previous address, you're going to need to list that. So I didn't. I'm a chump. It happens to the best of us. I moved house, and my license was in my old address. Then I applied for the tachograph for the purposes of showing you this video, and they sent it back to me, embarrassingly, and I had to do the process again. But that leads us very nicely on to the next section, which is fill out the phone number. It says optional, fill out the email address. They are optional. It's the DVLA. It's a governmental body. They're not going to use it for third parties. You're not going to get phone calls from third-party sales about something completely non-related. It is purely there to help you if you make a mistake and if you're an idiot, potentially, like some people when filling out these forms. So make sure you put that in there, because it could really, really help you and save time. The final thing on the first page is obviously the declaration. That's the bit where you've got to obviously sign on there and date that. And as I said earlier about the fines and false declarations and things, lead to up to a fine of £5,000. Quite hefty. So obviously fill everything out to the best of your ability. And now we'll move over on to the second sheet. Rolling over, here we go, scrolling down the page here. If you printed it out, obviously there'll be two separate pages, so it might be double-sided, depending how you've printed it. So we are up here, which is the first driver card application. And as we said, it's £32. There's the postcode and what you need to send it. There are two ways to pay for it. You've got the cheque or you've got a postal order. Now, again, personally, I don't have a checkbook anymore. It's a little bit old, and obviously with bank transfers nowadays and things like that, their checkbooks coming less and less. So a postal order, going to the post office and doing a postal order is probably the easiest way to go. Well, you need to send it anyway, so you can do your postal order, fill out all your details, and then post it then and there. So that works quite well. There is a percentage charge on top of the £32 for the postal order. That is worth mentioning. I think it's something like 12.5% that it fits in the bracket. Not too much, but yeah, important to do. And postal orders just generally are for people that don't want to give bank details away. Postal orders are used on things like eBay, and you're sort of paying for things, but you don't want people to know your details. You don't have a bank account. It still is a way to send money. So that's why they do it. Moving down to the next section as we're scrolling down, when will you receive your digital tachograph card? So it says typically it's going to be 15 business days. There we go, 15 working days from the day we receive your application. Might take a little longer. At the moment, we're obviously now, touch wood, on the back of coronavirus, but things have been taking a little longer than they have previously. So bear that one in mind. I wouldn't panic too much, but they also, rather helpfully again, DVLA doing well, they've left a phone number to contact just to find out if you've got any troubles with anything that you've submitted, which is great. Again, moving down, driving without the digital tachograph card, this little bit more sort of rules and regs. You can only drive without a card for up to 15 calendar days. You've obviously got to alert them immediate if it's lost, stolen, damaged, etc., because you need to get a replacement. Most importantly down here, driver CPC is a legal requirement. We have done a video on CPC as well. We'll put that in the description below, so you can check that out, because all of these go sort of hand in hand together. Then we roll back up to the top. Card information, replacement, malfunctioning. For the purposes of the video, like we've said, we're not really looking at this, so we won't need that. Change of address, well, embarrassing, we've already gone through that, but so let's not go back into that. Proof of your address. If you've lived, exactly this, if you've lived in the UK for less than 185 days in the last 12 months, you'll have to provide proof of address. So again, tenancy agreement. I don't know why I'm trying to remember things off the top of my head when it's written here. I should just read it off. Tenancy agreement, a gas, electricity, so like a utility bill, bank statement, any of those will suffice just to prove where you are. And that's about it. Print it off, fill it all out to the best of your ability, and that is the forms. And we're back. So we fill out one of these to get one of these. How easy is that? Simple. Thank you for watching. If this video has been helpful, please do give it a like, subscribe. We've got plenty of other videos at National Driving Centre that will help with training, how-tos, industry chat, everything. Anything you need, you know where to find us. Stay safe out there.